Hi, hello Arushi.
Hi, hello Divyam. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's great. It's really nice to hear that. Okay, so for everyone who's watching this live after it has been streamed, welcome to the stream. It's very nice to see you guys. Thank you so much for all the love that you've shared in the recent, days on all the posts that you've commented on. Um, Firstly, I would
Hello,
like
hello
to say,
everyone.
that's what I was going to say. I'm introducing you
Yeah.
to our brand ambassador, Arushi. So,
Yeah.
Arushi will be answering all of your questions. I'm sure a lot of her own fans and followers are over here. So, they would love to ask her questions as well. Just remember, we'll invite one lucky person to join us in the live, ask us whatever questions you want. You guys will be representing all the learners and all the people who are following us on YouTube. Okay. Just before we
Yes.
start, remember if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. We have a lot of content coming up. We'll help you with anything you need in terms of English, and we're ready to provide you as much value as we can through YouTube. All right. Um, we have a lot of comments already. Everyone already said hi. Chandan said hi. Sonal Singh said hi, sir. Ram said hi. Himanshu Kumar said hi. Um, Chandan Sa said, could you please put your phone in portrait mode? Um, Chandan, we'll do that. Just give us a minute. We're figuring out some technicalities right now, but we'll get to it. Don't worry. You'll be able to see us very clearly. Okay. All right. So before we start the proper live, let me tell you, we have one question from the community that we had received earlier on, and I would love to answer that question. That question is from Nawaz Khan. I can see the post on our YouTube page. On the announcement post, his question was, can you please tell me how I can improve my vocabulary and how I can become an English how can I become fluent in English? Okay, so I think we've already mentioned a lot of points over here, but if any one of you have anything to say about that, please put it in the comments so that Mr. Nawab can get the answers from you as well as us. Okay, let's all help each other to see how we can improve. And yeah, let's move on. So in terms of vocabulary, as we've already said, the best ways to get the vocabulary done is probably through reading books, watching movies, reading newspapers. As all of you must already know, every newspaper article has a particular topic, right? They'll talk about, let's say, a crime, or they'll talk about sports. So, when we do read these sports articles, I think the best way to grasp the best vocabulary words from that industry or from that topic is to focus on what they're saying and maybe even write it down. If you don't know the meaning of it, obviously you can Google it, you can get the pronunciation, all of it is available online. And obviously, once you've done your research, you can come and practice at Clapingo. Okay. In terms of being fluent, practice. That's the simplest answer. Just practice, practice, practice. Practice with your family members, practice with your friends, practice with your tutors at Clapingo. Even if you don't have a Clapingo plan, just remember that you can record yourself and sort of analyze your footage later on to see what mistakes you have made. Okay. Arushi, Chandan had a request. Could you please keep your phone in landscape mode? Just turn it around so they can see the screen like this, like how my screen is. Will that be
Okay, okay,
possible?
okay. Let me try. Just give me
Let's
a
try
minute.
it. Yeah. Okay. Some personal questions over here. Shivam has asked me, hi, sir, what's your age? I am 29 years old. Thank you for that question, bro. Um, Ram says, speak as much as you can in English. Yes, that's good advice. Sonal has also answered my question. She said, sir, the first thing is reading. And other than that, speaking practice and writing practice. Writing practice
Is
is
it
also
fine?
very, yeah, perfect. We can see you clearly. Yes. Are you comfortable with
Great.
this?
I am.
Awesome. All right, let's continue. Um, Rise and Shine just commented. She said, before adding new vocabulary, first learn how to use the vocabulary in an appropriate way. Right. That's a good point. Um, Shruti said age is just a number. Yes, Shruti, that is right. My friend,
That's absolutely
he's very weird. He keeps saying that age is like a level in life. So if he reaches the age of 30, he'll say I'm level 30. That's a positive way to, put it.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
So if you guys like it, you guys can use that in your life as well. Okay. So Arushi, if possible, I know most of the people here already know you, but is it possible to give a small introduction about yourself? Maybe what field you work in, how you started your YouTube channel, what was in your mind when you did this?
Okay. So why not? Like, I would love to introduce myself.
Mhm.
It's a good opportunity on Clapingo. Okay. So hi guys, my name is Arushi. Many of you maybe know me or may not know me, so you will know me today. I am working in finance in a multinational company, and of course, I had nothing in my mind when I started YouTube channel. But yes, like God has His own plans, and I started it. I really wanted to learn English anyhow, and someday, like one fine day, I stumbled upon a video on YouTube and I got to know about Clapingo. I thought it's a very good medium for me to learn English and to maintain my consistency, because I was trying my best, but I wasn't getting anything to like maintain the consistency. But when I started using Clapingo, I think the sessions, the session documents, the tutors, the questions, their like way of correcting me, and of course no one wants to repeat the same mistake again and again. And yeah, so that's how I'm here. And YouTube is like okay, so of course, like everyone has that thing in mind, like how can I afford the plans and all things. So of course that thing was also in my mind. So when I started it, I only took a demo session and then I took a break. I didn't want to subscribe because I thought the plans are so like costly and all. But then once I got the demo session, I was like, no, I want to have more sessions. Then I took demo session with some other number, and then I was like, no, now I have to get a subscription. Then I took a subscription for 1 month, and then one thing came in my mind, like, okay, I'm trying to. But of course, after taking subscription, I had to cut off my lot of expenses because I wasn't earning more that time. So of course, I took that thing, and that thing was in my mind, like everyone could not afford that. So why should not I upload my sessions and provide these things to people? At least for the basic stuff, uh, they'll like plan their things and they'll prepare for the sessions, and then once they're able to speak, they'll join Clapingo. So that's how I started my channel.
I think you bring up a very good point. I myself did not know the difference between, cost and value. Okay. Until a couple of years ago. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say I'll just give you a simple example. My dad does this all the time, and I keep trying to explain to him what the difference between cost and value is. So you know how all these startups are focusing on convenience, right? Swiggy has
Mm-hmm.
now started Instamart. Urban Clap has now started. I mean, I don't know if they were always doing this, but
Yeah.
a person will come to your house to provide whatever service you booked them for, right? So for my haircut, what I do is I call a guy home, and he sets up over here right behind me, and he cuts my hair right here. And my dad is from an
Oh.
older generation, so he hated the fact that I'm lazy, and then that person would come home to do that. So he would tell me, why do you call him home? Why are you wasting all of your money? Why don't you just go to the barber like we used to in the old days, right? Just every Saturday,
Of course.
every second Saturday or every second Sunday, just go get a haircut from the guy, right? And I told him that, it's not about the price. It's not that it's very expensive anyway, because all these brands always have some sort of promotion going on, right? But
Yeah.
I noticed that when I had to make a plan to go to the barber, right, I would have to allot 2 or 3 hours of my day for that purpose. I would have to either drive to that place, find parking and go there, or take a cab and go there. And that would take up a lot of my time. Now, when this person comes
Yeah, and
home,
I think. Mm-hmm.
and then this person comes home, I literally call him like really early in the morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So I'm sleeping. So he'll come home, my mom will wake me up. I'll literally get out of bed and just sit in the chair and he'll cut my hair. And then once he's done, I'll
Wow.
get up, I'll have a shower, and then I'll start working. So I told my dad that, see, even if I go out, I'm going to spend 200 rupees on the haircut, but this guy takes 300. But what you don't understand is I'm saving 2 hours, plus I don't have to spend money on traveling, right? So that is the value of the service that they're providing. And this is just one of the incidences, one example. Now, in your case, you also said that you were very skeptical about the prices and you were not sure whether you want to follow through, like if you
Yes.
want to get the subscription plan or not. And since you mentioned the word sacrifice, obviously all good things come with a sacrifice, right? You did that, and
Yes.
then you started a YouTube channel, right? Because you wanted to spread your, knowledge. You wanted to share your journey with your learners, with your fans. Sorry. So because of that sacrifice, see where you are today. You have tens of thousands of followers. You have people, admiring you for your courage. To say to the world that, hey, I am ready to learn. Let's learn together, right? So I would just like to tell
Yeah.
you that all the people who are watching, this is a perfect example. This is exactly why we wanted a brand ambassador who's not from the company itself to come and tell us how life can change, right? This is the best case scenario. You know how they say like there's a worst case scenario and there's a best case scenario. This is in my opinion, at least this is the best case scenario. And I'm very, very happy that I finally got to do a live with you. Okay.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. I'm so happy. And I think a lot of, okay, now I want to like highlight this point here. A lot of time I get a comment like, how you get a session with Divyam? Why we are not getting a session with Divyam? He is never available. Ever since I joined Clapingo, I'm trying to have a session with him. So I really want to request you, Divyam, please make yourself available at least for 1 hour a day, so that my viewers or the people who loves you can have a session with you, and everyone wants to like chat with you and learn from you. So please make yourself
You've
available.
perfectly grabbed this opportunity to make me feel bad about this. See, I
No,
do
no,
put
I really wanted to. Mm-hmm.
on the
Yeah.
weekdays. I do have 2 hours allotted. I can't tell you what the time is, but I do
Okay.
have 2 hours allotted. And the thing is, whenever I have my timings up, I have a lot of sessions that are being booked, and I can't really control who books a session with me, right? So
Okay.
I'm really sorry, guys, about that. But because of my full-time job, I can't really give more than 2 hours. Although if I have a day off, I'll make sure where I can just take sessions for like 5-6 hours with like a half an hour break or 1 hour break in the middle for lunch or for like a bathroom break or something like that. I'll try to do that as soon
Okay.
as possible. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Um, anything else you want to mention?
No, no, I just wanted to like convey this message to my viewers, my lovely viewers. I hope that you got your answer now. And as you cannot like disclose the timings, I really want to tell you that please stalk him on Clapingo and you will get him. Like at least his available timings, you will get that
They are like
because yes, he's available.
yeah, as of right now, my timings are still online. Like it's not, I'm not taking it off. Just give
Yes,
me a
yes,
sec.
I book a session with you.
Okay. Um, moving on. I think I'm just looking at the questions over here, and they're quite interesting.
Yes.
Neha is quite active. Shruti is quite active. Himanshu is quite active. I think Himanshu Kumar is one of your followers, right? One of your.
That's what I think because I don't know whether he's the same person because maybe the name can be same but the person can be different.
No
But he
problem.
has been commenting on my videos since very long time, and I think he's active on Clappingo lives all the time. So I think he can only uh, tell that he's the same person.
Great. Okay. So I was just looking at the questions to see if I can find someone who would like to join us today on our live.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I am really curious to talk to, I think Shruti Sharma, if I'm saying that correctly. Shruti, if you can, please message us on our Instagram page and we'll try to get this Zoom link to you as soon as possible because we'd like to have a conversation with you for 5 minutes. Okay. Um, who else? Who else can we pick? It's okay. We have
And we
time.
ask Himansh.
We can ask Himanshu. Yeah, not a problem. Himanshu, can you please message us
Ask
on?
him at least.
Yeah. Himanshu, please message us on Instagram, and once we see your message, we'll send you the Zoom link. Okay. Awesome. All right. So, Arushi, since this is a very common question about vocabulary, fluency, right? Can we just for 2 minutes have a conversation about how you identified your problems? Because a lot of people want to improve, but they just have a very general conception key. Yes, I just want to improve my English. But English has a lot of aspects in them, like, there's writing, reading, understanding, listening,
Yes, yes.
spoken English. So we are focusing here on spoken English. Now, when you started speaking English or when you started your journey with Clapingo, right? How did you understand what you needed to improve on? Like whether it's pronunciation, whether it's sentence formation, vocabulary, like a lot of people are mentioning. Fluency is one problem. So how did you identify it? What were the points? And what helped you improve in that area?
Okay, so when I started learning English and I joined Clapingo, the tutors, the tutors helped me a lot because I used to have different sessions with multiple tutors. So and every tutor has their own like way of like pointing out the mistake. So their way of yeah, correcting me helped me a lot, because I think none of the tutor told me that this is your mistake. Every tutor told me that you have problem with article, you have problem with pronunciation, you have problem with vocabulary. So I think a lot of problems came to me, and I was like, I think I have a lot of problems. I started like taking sessions for fluency only, but I got to know that fluency is not the only problem I have. I have problem with all the criterias. And yes, like when tutor told me that articles, I worked on article. Then pronunciation, I worked on pronunciation. So I think you always have someone who can point out your mistake, who can tell you that this is your mistake and you have to correct it. Learning English is very easy. And of course, like you can speak, but you should speak correctly. That is really very important, and that's how Clappingo helped me a lot. There are Indian tutors who can understand you, who can understand our English language, what type of language we speak, what our accent is, what the mistakes we are making. And like, of course, foreign English is completely different and our English is very different. We are sometimes we are creating our own world, and we are creating our own words, languages, sentences, small. A lot of tutors told me that we should not use small, and I oftenly use that. So it's just an example. But yes, tutors helped me a lot in understanding my mistakes, and I worked on it.
That's
So
great.
I
That's
think you
great.
should explore. Exploring is very important. If I stick with one tutor, I don't think that I would have improved a lot. But as I explored with the tutors and experiment with the tutors, I'm here, or I know what kind of mistakes I'm making and where I should work on.
Awesome. That's great. Okay. Um, that's awesome. See, Shruti is here already. Wow. That's quick.
Oh,
Should I add her in now?
yes, please.
Okay, we'll come back to that question because I have some questions of my own
Mm-hmm.
after your
Okay.
answer, but I don't want to make Shruti wait. Okay, I'm just adding in her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just adding her in right now. I'm also getting nervous now. Hello, Ms. Sharma. You're on mute. And could you please unmute yourself? Hi.
Hi,
Good evening. How are you?
good evening. I'm good. What about you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely Friday evening. Okay, we would
Thank you
love
for having me.
we would love to take some of your questions, and thank you so much for all the love in the comments.
Thank you.
All right. So, do you have a
Hi,
question?
Shruti.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
Hi.
Yes. So, Shruti, tell us what
We
are your
can.
questions?
Well, one of the most important questions that I have for you people is that whenever I read a novel, sometimes there's so many questions, you don't understand the word, you don't understand the meaning, and then you slightly go over Google to search out the meaning. that time the link between you and the author is just completely broken.
Yes.
So that is my main issue, how to tackle with that situation where you don't understand the meaning. And even after combining the letters or the whole sentence, you are unable to find the exact meaning of the word.
Mhm. Absolutely. Arushi, have you ever had this experience where you're reading a book and
Yes,
you take a
yes, a
break to
lot of
search?
time.
So tell me, how
A
did you
lot of
tackle that?
time. I don't take a break actually because as Shruti mentioned, we like lose the link what we are reading, and that's why I don't do that. But what I do is instead is I continue reading. Maybe after 2 to 3 lines, I'll connect with that content or whatever is going on that page. And even if second time I'm getting the same word or the same line, then I think I'll take a break, I'll Google it, but not at once. So that's how I do. If I'm getting the same word again and again, then I'll go and search on Google, because I think there are a lot of words, we cannot search every word. So
Exactly.
that's how I do.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of basically going on a trip to Dubai or France, but you only have one day. You can't do everything. You either be super engrossed in what you're reading and miss out on a little bit of, the references or maybe something you don't understand, and, enjoy the whole journey, or maybe you take a break to find out the word because you really want to understand what's going on. I absolutely agree with you because I don't read books a lot. I think that's something that I'm very sad about because I should be reading books since I'm helping other people. But I'm more of a, movie and shows kind of guy. So when I do find something that
Yes.
I don't understand, I just skip past it, unless, it defines the conversation in the future, in which case I do have to take a break, but I try my best to just move past that one sentence or that one reference, cultural reference, where I don't understand it. It's completely fine if I don't understand everything. I'm more interested in the 98% of the conversation that's going on in the whole show instead of that 1 or 2% where I need to find out what it is. But I do make a note of it. I remember that, okay, on the 12th or like 13th minute, he said something. So when I'm done with the episode or I'm done with the movie, I'll go back just to kind of find that word, Google it, see what, the pronunciation is like. So with that, in the future, if someone has asked me, I can try to say the correct things.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
The best thing is that you note it down at least. We should follow that.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'll try this.
What
Thank
other
you.
questions do you have for us?
No, I'm just improving on, and I feel that it's such a vast language. Even after working on it daily, you feel like still there's so much left. How to cope up with that? And sometimes you need a confidence that yes, I'm going on the right track. So how
Exactly.
to have a check on it?
See, there are two parts of that answer I would like to tell you. A lot of people, when they come up to me in the trial session, in the demo session, they'll ask me, and towards the end of the session, they'll ask me, so how long will it take for me to become a fluent speaker? And I tell them, I can't calculate that because I've known you for like 12, 13 minutes. I can't really promise you anything like that. It depends on how much work you do outside of the platform as well. Here, you just come here to practice, right? In terms of your question, Arushi, do you have an answer for that? Do you have in your experience?
If someone asks me like how much time you will take to be fluent, even now people are asking me, when will you be fluent? You are learning since a very long time. So I think I don't think there is an answer for that question, because you will keep learning. Fluency means what? You need to understand what is fluency means.
I
That's the
guess it
best
has
answer.
it has more to do with
Mhm.
confidence and your ability to talk to strangers about something, right? So, there are people who
Yes.
studied, who have PhDs in English and they're still learning. So if you want to become like the best person in English in the whole world, it'll take you like over 20, 30 years. But if you want to be confident enough to have a conversation and to tackle the, surprise conversations that you have with some people, right? Let's say, Arushi and I are
Yes.
from the same school and we run into Shruti at a hotel or a restaurant or or at a bar, and Shruti just says, hey, hi, how are you? Sometimes I might get a little confused because you might ask me a question that I don't know anything about, right? Let's say the three of us are hanging out and some random person asks us how to build a rocket. Ha. we don't know the answer to that. Like, I mean, we know the basics of
Exactly.
it, but like, you don't know how to handle that. But the point is, how confident are you to tackle that? A lot of people get really nervous, they get really scared, and they're like, and then they just stop talking. Now, that is a sign of someone who's not fluent or is not confident in his abilities. If I was there, I would probably just be like, that's a very weird question to answer, because we are from different industries. She's from finance, I'm from the ed tech industry. I'm sure Shruti, are you studying or are you working?
I'm studying and working at the same time.
Okay,
I'm
so
a content writer
oh wow, that's nice. Okay, so
and a
she's from,
blogger too.
good luck with that.
Oh,
That's very
wow.
nice.
That's
So
the only concern, for writing blogs, you need to have great sense of vocabulary for words, especially in poetries. I love writing poetries, and for that, you need set of words that are not only rhyming but also have a meaning, deep-rooted meaning with it. That's why it becomes more difficult for a person like me.
now I understand why it's so important for you to read,
Yes.
because you have to
Yeah.
build that knowledge of yours. I understand.
Definitely.
Very nice.
And
Okay.
and especially when you have to represent yourself. I am into debating and all, so you get topics on the spot. You can't think before speaking, so you have to make a sound that, okay, I know this and I know how to present myself.
Exactly. So I think confidence is the most important factor of being fluent. To simply answer your question, because I just realized we've been talking about this for a very long time. Confidence
Yeah.
is the most important. Even though you don't know something, be confident in your ability to say that, I don't know, but I do know a
Yeah.
little
At
bit
least you.
about this or something like that.
Yes.
Definitely. Thank you so much,
Okay.
and thank you
Thank
for
you.
your time.
Yes, obviously we love sharing what we know, at least till now, and to help each other improve. You said one thing you mentioned was that English is a vast language, and there's a lot of knowledge going on. There's a lot of knowledge to learn about, and it can be quite overwhelming. Yes, it is overwhelming, but the best way to do that is in a way where we can gamify the situation. Gamify basically means, how in a game you complete a level and they give you a reward. So you have to reward yourself in whatever way you feel fit. So what I do is I'll probably have like a small piece of candy when I finish a lot of my work. I have to make a lot of presentations, so once I'm done, I have that piece of candy. Or I'll tell my mom to sort of make me like a chocolate milkshake at the end of the day once I'm done with my work. So there are very small things, but in the long run, when you look at it, you have to make the process fun. You have to make it like you have to chase something. You know how people say chase the carrot, right? So
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
it comes down to. It's all about you being able to handle all of this in small quantities. Okay,
Wow.
I
Definitely.
hope
Yeah.
you answered your question
Yes.
correctly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you Shruti, and thank you so much for your questions and for your love and chat. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, so that was fun. I
Yeah.
think we've had a lot of questions since you were talking. Oh my god, I have to scroll up and down for this.
Oh.
Not complaining. Thank you so much for the question. Not complaining. Um, okay, someone said I don't put my timings. Roly kids. I'm so sorry. I will put more slots in to book. Um, okay. Bobby said congratulations, Arushi. Bobby, I don't know if
Oh.
you know him.
Thank you so much, Bobby.
Okay, a lot of people have just joined us. If you guys have just joined us, remember, please subscribe to my channel. I'm saying my channel. Sorry, to our channel, Clapingo, and to Arushi's channel. Okay. The link of her channel will be available in the description once this live is over. Okay, guys, just click on that, and you'll be able to see all of the content that she creates on YouTube and on Instagram. Okay. Um, okay. I think Himanshu is unavailable. He said due to some reason I'm not able to join at the moment. Not a problem, Himanshu.
Okay.
We'll see you next time. You're always
Yeah.
welcome over here. Neha said in villages, people do want to learn English, but they can't find the right platform like Clapingo. Yes, we've had a lot of our learners over here who come from a rural background, and we try to help people as much as we can, even outside the platform. So if you look at our Instagram and YouTube, even Arushi's page is the same. We try to provide as much content as possible, but we don't really ask you to like there's no specification where we don't tell you please buy Clapingo plans. We don't like to do the sales. We just want to make sure that regardless of whether you are on Clapingo or not, you get as much value as you can from these lives and from all the content that we make. Okay, guys. So please take some time out, look at all the content, and if you like it, obviously like it, and then leave a comment for us. Right? Your feedback is very important. Your feedback was one of the reasons we're on this live today, by the way. Right? Because when I spoke to Aarushi, she said that a lot of people want to see us live together and they have these XYZ questions. And we just figured that instead of making content about it, let's just get on a live and, you know, take in these questions and try to answer them as soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you so much, Divyam.
No, you don't need to thank me. I'm just letting them know how it happened.
And I think the recent question, I don't know it is about the Clapingo plans or not, because I think Clapingo is available everywhere. But if you have any issue like XYZ reasons, then I think at least join Clapingo on YouTube and Instagram. You will definitely learn anything. Like every day you learn something new if you at least follow Clapingo on Instagram and YouTube, because there are a lot of things to learn. Every day you will learn a new word or a concept, or English is like recently I got to know there is a lot in English, not just grammar and vocabulary and all. There are different concepts also. Like recent video of Arundhati's, that one is so good.
All of them are good.
I think
but
at least
I'm actually understanding how content works when I look at you guys.
I watched that. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. I think Neha has a question. Sir, these days, lot many idioms and phrases are being used to adorn this language, and this really becomes troublesome for the beginners. What should be done for this problem? If you haven't watched the content available on the Clapingo YouTube channel, we have done 2 lives specifically for idioms and phrases. Okay, I think they're about 40 or 50 minutes long. So if you can just browse through that, I'm sure this question has been answered over there. But I think the best way to solve this problem is to keep a topic in mind and try to find idioms that are appropriate to that. So let's say you watch a lot of cricket, try and find what idioms and phrases are being used in cricket, so that you'll be using those much more than you'll be using something related to science if you're not working in that field. Okay, so knowledge basically works in a way where execution is very important. I can know 1000 idioms, that is not going to be a problem. But if I only use 70 of them, or if I only use 20 of them, then people are going to think I only know 20. Okay, so it's very important that you research in the way that will work best for you. Now, Neha, I don't think I have taken sessions with you. I may have, I'm not sure. But we cannot give customized, advice or tips on the live. That's exactly why we have sessions separately. And the same reason why Aarushi replies to comments, because that is more customizable, because we can kind of understand what your needs are. Okay.
Yeah, personal.
Exactly, a little more personal. Here we have to address like 50 or 60 people at the same time. So we cannot give you advice that it might work for you, but it might harm someone else's knowledge. So we can't really give you generic advice over here. Okay, we're trying to keep it
but
as simple.
At least Neha can, and I think Neha can watch those like YouTube videos, like those 2 live videos.
Definitely.
And she'll understand.
I hope so. If not, then you can comment on this video and let us know if it helped you or not. Okay. Pavitra Sathu Luri. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at this. Pavitra Satuluri, if I'm not wrong. They commented, "Thank you, Miss Arushi. Your YouTube idea is amazing. It's very helpful to me. I'm improving my English by watching your videos. Thank you so much." Yep, an appreciative comment for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your comment is always like inspiring me, and thank you so much.
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing, because you know how I just said everything is a tedious process, and sometimes it can get very difficult to handle so much. I think for us, like, at least because I look at a lot of the YouTube comments that come on this page, the Clapingo page, the comments are what keeps us inspired and keeps us, it tells us that, okay, what I'm doing right now is working. It's helping people. So I should continue doing it. I think a lot of people
Exactly,
keep thinking
exactly.
that because of this influencer life, everyone keeps saying like, comment, subscribe. But what you guys need to understand is when we make a piece of content, we also see what comments we're receiving, how many likes it has, how many subscribers we've gained since we started this new format, and it tells us how to improve our content. So let's say today on the Clapingo page, I start doing something about product reviews. I'm not going to get a lot of likes because people are here to learn English, right? And then
Of course.
I'm not going to get as many likes. I'm not going to get as many comments. So I will know eventually in a week or two that, okay, I need to stop doing this because it is not helping anyone. But then if I started doing book reviews where I mention, okay, this is a book I'm reading. It's about this protagonist. It's about this hero who's trying to save his wife or is trying to save his family from someone. And then I get a lot of comments. It lets us know that you guys are interested in this type of comment and it's helping your growth. Okay. So please feel free to comment whether it's good, bad. We're absolutely okay with it. We actually love negative comments because it tells us what we're doing wrong. It gives us an opportunity to
I,
grow.
I was about to say that. Yes.
Sorry, I'm taking all your
Yeah,
content.
absolutely right. No, no, it's okay. It's okay.
All right. Okay, so we have a lot of people here. Arushi, just give a little summary about your channel and the names
Mhm.
which they have to search if they want to find your channel on Instagram and on YouTube.
Okay, so guys, my channel's name is Let's Converse. It's all about English, all about conversation, speaking, helping, sharing. So I think I got a lot of comments that my channel's name is completely like related to my content. So yes, I feel so good. So it's Let's Converse, LET''S Converse, CONVERSE on YouTube, and on Instagram it's Hey Let's Converse.
By Let's Converse was not available.
Yeah, exactly. I was not getting that. That's why I was like, hey, Instagram is quite like hello, hi things. So hey, let's converse. It's like that.
Nice, nice. You wanted to keep it casual, so YouTube is more professional in terms of the tag. Nice, very nice.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hope you guys got it, and if you didn't get it, don't worry. At the end of this, once this live video is published on YouTube, in the description, I'll be putting up all of our links, and you guys can go follow that. And please remember to subscribe to our channel as well. We'll be ending the
Yeah.
video in about 5 minutes. Let's just quickly answer some questions. Kamal, you asked us what is the name of your channel, ma'am, and I think we've answered that question just now. How can you improve English living in the US? I think the fact that you are in the US, I think that is what the question means. If you're living in the US, how can you improve? It's a very good thing because you have an environment. So you'll constantly be listening to people talk in English. You'll constantly be surrounded by content, music, shows, movies, concerts, newspapers, everything around you is in English. So it psychologically trains your mind to be more comfortable with the language, to absorb more things. You know how we watch a favorite show and suddenly we started using their catchphrase, something that the actor says every time he, does something. We remember, and then your friends are
Yes.
like, when did you start saying that word? Or when did you start saying that line? And you're like, oh, it's because I'm watching this show and it's really cool and I love it. This is exactly what the same feeling is. When you're surrounded by something and when you're obsessed with something, it's very easy to learn. Okay, so this is exactly why a lot of our learning happens through nursery rhymes when you're young. They like to make it into songs so it's easier to learn, right? If you ask anyone in the world to recite their abcds, they will always sing it. They will never say a b c d, right? They
Yeah.
will always be like
Yes.
A, B, C, D, E because
A
it's a
B C
song. It's
D.
fun. Yeah, exactly. It's the song. It's fun. So this is what I meant
Learning
by,
is fun.
this is what I meant by gamification. You gamify the process, make it a game, and it's going to be much more easier. Okay. I don't know many words in English. How to learn the words? Again, content. Uh, you can just do the simplest thing. Go to Google and just type, vocabulary for sports, vocabulary for finance industry, vocabulary for corporate life, vocabulary for, you can put up anything and they'll give you like 1,000 words right there and then. Choose 5 every day. This is an easier process. Choose 5 words every day, learn the meaning, understand the pronunciation, and try to use them in the same day. Don't just learn them and forget about them. You have to say it. Okay, so try doing that.
I
Okay.
wanna answer.
Yes. Yeah, I was just going to
I
give you a
want to
question.
answer.
Go for it.
Yeah. I want to answer the same question. Do download Clapingo app and you will learn a new video every day, because that's how I'm learning new words from Clapingo app only. So
The
yeah,
word
I
of the
want
day.
to share my strategy.
Are you talking about the word of the day?
Sorry? Yes, exactly. The word of the
Okay,
day.
that's great.
That's so good.
Yes, that's also another way you can do that. We have pronunciations, we have definitions, and we have, I think we have examples as well. In the
Yes,
session
with
document, we
examples.
have a lot of vocabulary words. Every time we have a session, we send a document to all the learners where they have at least 20 to 30 vocabulary words for that particular topic. And the challenge is to use those words while you're talking to your speaker, right?
Yeah. Session documents.
Right.
And a lot
So
of, I think, recorded sessions are also there. I think you can refer that also if you're not buying the subscription. There is a lot to learn in Clapingo app only.
yes,
So yes,
when we're going to add a lot more in that, don't worry. We're still working on that.
excited. Yeah.
Himanshu, I have seen your request and we will see if we can make that happen. Himanshu's asked, can you please come, can you please go live with Parveen Khan, ma'am? Yes,
Oh wow.
she's one of the best speakers over here. She's been here for a very long time. And she's very good at having a conversation in English, and we will try to make it work. Um, Himanshu's question is difference between against and up against. Arushi, do you want to take this?
No, I would want you to take this because I also want to know.
Oh, okay, when you want to know. So against basically means, let's say this remote is up against my phone, right? Sorry, it's yeah, up against means this. Basically, when you're physically close to something, right? But against basically means versus.
Mhm.
Arushi, yeah, Arushi is against me. Arushi is my opponent. That's it. That is one way to do it. Now, in English, context is very important. So don't just think that these are the two absolute definitions. They can change depending on how you use it in a sentence. Okay. So if I say I'm up
Okay.
against Arushi, it still means she is my opponent, right? If I say the clock is up against the wall,
Yeah.
that doesn't mean the clock
Wall.
is fighting the wall. It means it's on the wall, right? So
Close to wall. On
exactly. So
wall.
the context is very important, guys. If you have such questions, the best way to put them up in chat so I don't confuse them or any other speaker doesn't confuse them is by writing the whole sentence. So we can tell you what the whole sentence means. Okay. Okay. A lot of appreciative comments, guys. Thank you so much, Arushi. A lot of fans over here for you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Chandan, we have launched the IELTS program. Chandan wants to know, can you please tell us more about the Clapingo IELTS program? I'll just quickly, since I don't have much information on that, we have launched an IELTS vertical where we are trying to help everyone who is planning on appearing for their IELTS exam. So we will be focusing on the reading, we will be focused on the spoken and the writing part. And you will get more information on the website. And if you have any questions, there's a small chat option on the website. Just put in your questions over there, and one of our executives will definitely love to help you and try to make you understand. Or you can even request a call back, and one of the members of the team will call you and explain to you how the program works. Okay, Chandan? I think that is time. We have about 2 minutes to say our byes. Um,
Oh
anything you want to mention before we leave?
no, I didn't realize
Yes, time
time passes
flies when you're
quickly.
having fun.
Yes. Yes, we are having fun. So good to have you. Thank you so much for having me on Clapping Go Live.
No, no, the pleasure is
And
all ours.
thank you so much, everyone who are watching us or listening to us. Thank you so much. It's just all your love, comments. We are here. And special thanks to Divyam for accepting the request and like, so yeah,
No, no,
thank you.
please, no thanks needed. I think all of our fans and followers would have loved to see you. And I hope we have answered most of your questions. I'm so sorry there are so many questions. We can't answer all of them. But it was a lot of fun talking to you guys. Thank you so much. If you have any more questions, any questions that are unanswered, put them in the comments of this video once it's published on YouTube. and I promise you, I will personally answer them in the comment section myself. Okay, it will be done by tomorrow or whenever you put up the question. Please make sure you share these videos with your friends. Subscribe to both of our channels, the Clapingo official
Yes.
channel and Arushi's Let's Converse channel. See, I think I have a
It's
dry mouth
okay.
now. I've been talking so much.
Okay. Please subscribe to our channels, Clapingo, and my channel, Let's Converse. We would love to have you in future as well. And you guys are so good. Like, thank you so much for the response.
Chandan is screaming
Fine.
Arushi, Arushi, Arushi with exclamation marks.
Oh, thank you so
Yes.
much, Chandan.
Yes. Okay. I think this was fun.
Yes.
We will do this. We should do this soon again.
Yeah, it was a fun Friday.
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. I think that should be the end. Thank you for all of your questions, and I think we'll just leave you to it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank you.
so much, guys. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for next live.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye. Bye-bye.